been through this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, the 4x4 is all, like 400 in general is not like my primary bet or anything, but it's always fun to kind of get out there and run a 4x4. Like, we obviously take it pretty seriously, you know, we're going out there trying really hard, really just racing them, but, you know, I'm wearing my other uniform underneath this, like that's how serious we are. But, you know, we're kind of all just having fun out there, just getting the race with Bullis and like just really having fun.
Yeah. Abby, you made your Arcadia debut, had a pretty strong run in that 400 earlier tonight. Obviously, what you did with the national record yesterday, putting all that together, how fun has this trip been for you?
I mean, this is great. I mean, like, winning a national record, having such great teammates, having such a nice bond with everyone. I mean, like, it's like the best experience I could have had here. And the warm weather's nice, too.
Yeah, I mean, just coming out to the West Coast and the East, like, getting to race a bunch of teams who are already, like, midway deep into their season and just see what we've got so far, I think is an amazing feeling. And for, like, the season opener to go toe-to-toe with Bullis and all the other teams out there and to be able to throw down a pretty good time, I think is a great feeling.
You know that your coach, McCabe, and Coach Lee, they go back and forth, they have a fun time with it, and whether it's Penn Relays or New Balance Nationals or Arcadia on the West Coast, it's got to be just fun to race Bullis rather than beat them or lose them. You know, win or lose, because it goes back and forth so much.
Yeah, exactly. I think you're totally right. Like, it's not anybody's game at the end of the day. Like, anything can happen, and we're all just really having fun out there racing with our teammates and passing a baton around and just seeing what kind of times we can kind of get out of that. And I think when you're racing with your team, like, even if it is at like 9, 10:30 at night, like, you can find the joy in that and just really be in the moment, the experience, and hear the crowd all around you. So I think that's like one of the best things about running in a 4x4. No matter where you are, there are going to be people on the stands cheering you on, and it's so electrifying to kind of have everyone behind you.
Now, to be fair, the 4x4 is one of the only records you don't have in the relays.
Yes, we know.
So, I don't know how you're going to put that all together in the next year or so, but I'm sure that you will. So, thanks for your time today.
Paige, to what Doug just said, I mean, like, even though there's 4 days of a New Balance Outdoor Nationals, you still have to be purposeful and intentional in the choices, right? And so obviously, top of the list, you know, is where the 3 national records are in the sprint med and the distance med and the 4x8. But does this give you, Paige, I'll ask you first and then Abigail, like any more excitement or optimism about, like, well, if we can, you know, keep our bodies as, you know, as recovered as possible, like, we could potentially insert the 4x4 in the program? Or is it just like after a while it's like there's only so much room at the end?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a different kind of joy and fun and experience compared to those other races. I think there, we're really on a mission, and even when we kind of did our intros, like for the SMR, we were very straight-faced, you know, we had a job to do, and for this, you know, waving, just kind of having more fun with it and really just enjoying the experience, and like I said, like the electricity of the crowd. And so while we're not always necessarily winning, the fact that, you know, we're just having fun out there and being able to get second to a team like Bullis, who kind of, you know, runs a 4x4 kind of religiously, I would say, like that's you know, like a really big part of the program.
That's their staple.
Yeah, I mean,
and your staple is all the other ones.
Yeah, so to be able to kind of have a little piece of that, I think is a great opportunity that we get to share with each other.
And Abigail, because the 400, you know, was so great, and then obviously your relay legs and this, like, are you going to try to, you know, be that voice in Coach McCabe's ear to be like, yes, please?
I'm definitely going to try and bring up the legacy, you know, running with a bunch of juniors. Once they leave, it's really just going to be me and new teammates. So I'm going to try to hold strong to our traditions of being who we are and holding all these national records and maybe even breaking them one day.
To that point, like you said, you're a freshman, so many juniors. Maya's a freshman. You know, Bullis is certainly not a senior-heavy team. The fact that it's not just tonight, or it's not just going to be, you know, come June, like multiple years, you know, still in front. Like, how much I can't tell you how excited I am that I get to, Lord willing, help providing, see, you know, the rest of this season, 3 more years of you and Maya carrying these programs forward. How much does that excite you?
I mean, it really excites me knowing that, like, our freshman class is so strong, and it'll bring the sport of track up as a whole. I mean, we had 3 freshmen in the 400 finals today, and I think that's like a really big thing, especially because racing against girls who've been training in high school 3 more years longer than us, who have had 3 more years, like, they're older and they're more mature and they've had more races.
Awesome. Girls, a fantastic weekend. Everybody recover well, stay healthy, and safe travels back home.
Thank you.